Major Garrett, White House correspondent for the National Journal. Good morning.
Good morning.
What do you make of this poll, CBS New York Times poll?
Well, a lot of voters think Romney's going to be the nominee. They just don't vote that way. That's the fascinating thing about this. The assumption is Romney's going to be the nominee, but operationally, Republican primary voters split their votes. They go in different directions. Romney has not been able to transfer the expectation that he's going to be the nominee into actual voting patterns. He gets the same constituency he's always gotten: upper income, upper educated, and moderate Republicans. Everything else gets divided.
What's interesting to me is that a half of the Republican voters have not made up their minds. 50% at this stage in the process.
10% less than a couple of months ago, but still a sizable amount of Republican voters. And this, I think, goes exactly what I just said. They expect Romney to be the nominee. They hear this inevitability argument, but they're just not sold, and they're not going to go in that direction. And they keep looking for the notion of someone better, more satisfactory to them, whose name is not Mitt Romney.
What's most likely a change factor in the next several weeks in this campaign?
Well, I think it's going to be a split in the South, a kind of a mixed result. Romney will finish second, probably in Alabama and Mississippi, which is respectable. Santorum and Gingrich may divide them. Then you're going to have Illinois. Illinois is a crucial state for Santorum, like Michigan, like Ohio. The numbers have closed there narrowly, so it's a toss-up race there. And if Romney holds off Santorum in Illinois and says, I performed better than you expected in the South, again, this inevitability will continue to go, but Gingrich won't drop out. Santorum will continue, and this race will go on, I think, at least until late April. The Pennsylvania primary comes out third week in April.
There's been so much talk, for obvious reasons, about the economy. Democrats were thinking it was looking much better for them and for President Obama, but there's a new poll out this morning from the Washington Post, which essentially is telling us otherwise, especially among independents who are not very happy with the way they see the president handling the economy.
At the White House for 3 weeks, the word has been deflector shield on gas prices. Put up the deflector shield. Tell people there is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Ridicule Republicans, either by name or by implication, that their attacks on the president on gas prices have no intellectual foundation. Does not matter, at least in the result of this Washington Post ABC poll. The president is underwater by 39 percentage points on handling of gas prices. 65 disapproval, 26 approval. That's a bad sign, and it's taken every other number down. Overall approval and satisfaction with the president's approval on the economy. So the president has been preemptively aggressive on the defense, and it's not working, at least right now.
Thank you. Great to see you.
My pleasure.